working. Are you sure your shift is covered?
Good county, John, and yes, I'm sure. Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Excited to have you. Give it up for Toya, everybody! And next, we got Simon. Come on out, Simon. Give it up for Simon, everybody. Simon here is a student from Ohio, finishing his degree in mortuary science. Say hello to Simon, everybody.
Woohoo!
Mortuary science. Tell us, Simon. Tell our audience what career awaits somebody with a degree in mortuary science.
Well, John, anything that has to do with the dead. Seriously, though, you can become a mortician, a funeral director, an embalmer, an autopsy technician, a mortuary cosmetologist. Oh, the list is long. You can even become a chaplain.
It's a little morbid, but all right. Give it up for Simon, everybody. And finally, last but not least, we got Wanda. Come on out, Wanda. Well, it says here that you're a professional, drum roll please, dog walker.
That I am, John. I gotta admit, I prefer the company of canines more than humans.
Wait, let me get this straight. You like dogs, and Simon here likes dead people? That's great. Tell us, Wanda, what's in your company? Do you have a preference for the kinds of dogs you want?
Big, small, medium, pit bulls, Labradors, Chihuahuas. I walk them all. We call our business Dog Day Afternoon. Look.
Great, thanks, Wanda. Well, give it up for our contestants, everybody. There we have it, folks. Our three contestants vying for $10,000 if they can tell us who said what. Tonight's topic is Bang Bang, You're Dead. Well, that's intriguing. Well, are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's check it out. For our first statement, let's figure out who said,
for all the things that make Chicago great, for all the things that make us proud to call ourselves Chicagoans, the violence that is happening corrodes our core. It is not the Chicago we know and love. Policing, punishment, prevention, and parenting are what's missing in discussions on gun violence.
Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel.
good job, 100 points to Toya. I can't believe you got this. I sure wouldn't have.
Well, I'm from Chicago, and I remember him saying how the people just want more police, and he loves blaming the parents. He's a strong proponent for community policing, which begs the question, are the police working for the community, or are the police policing the community? Huh?
Whoa, are you sure you're a nurse and not a politician, Toya?
I read that he closed down 50-year-old rundown schools, scattered 17,000 students and 1,500 staff all across the city, promising he'd renovate.
Yep, but he hasn't done anything, and now the rival gangs from the schools are clashing, and there's so many street shootings, it's like a war zone.
According to research, areas on the west, south, and southwest sides of Chicago have consistently had the highest number of homicides in the city, 19 times higher than the national rate.
Okay, college boy, we know you're smart, but let's move on to the next one.
You don't need no gun control. You know what we need? We need some bullet control. Men, we need to control the bullets. That's right. I think all bullets should cost $5,000. $5,000 per bullet. You know why? Because if a bullet costs $5,000, there would be no more innocent bystanders.
Dave Chappelle.
Nope, sorry, Simon.
Chris Rock.
That's correct. It looks like somebody's a fan. Well, what do you think, Wanda? Is he right or is he wrong? Is that all it takes to end gun violence?
Well, obviously he was joking. It would take more than that, I think.
He's being facetious, of course. It's one of America's most lucrative industries with a revenue of $13 billion a year and $1.3 billion profits. They can't just shut it down. Did you know that the firearms industry employs 263 people, 223 people across the U.S.? Where are those people gonna go, John?
I did not know that, Simon. Did you know that? Wanda, Toya? Well, it seems like College Boy has all the answers, but none of the points in
Who said what?
100 points goes to Wanda. Let's see if Mr. Simon here has the answer for who said.
A free people ought not only to be armed, but disciplined.
Easy peasy, the founding father, George Washington, in 1776.
That's correct. 100 points to Simon. Although we didn't need the year, you show off.
What does that mean exactly?
Isn't it obvious? It's a limitation.
It means we can't have no wild, wild west in this country. No one should be pulling out an AK-47 and mowing down people at the movie theater. And for what? Because they don't like people who watch comic book movies? I mean, I don't either, but I'm not about to bomb the showing of Spider-Man.
Okay, I get it now.
Do we get it now? Are we done having this little side chit-chat we're having here? I'm just kidding. Let's move on to the next one. Why don't we? Let's move on to this one.
I read the Constitution, and I didn't see anything that said any fool who wants a gun should have one. Guns are an idea whose time has passed.
Well, sorry, Simon Toy, you beat you by just a second.
Nikki! Oh, God. What's her last name? Giovanni. Nikki Giovanni. Yeah.
Good job. That's correct. 100 points to Toya.
Who's Nikki Giovanni?
Nikki Giovanni was a professor and a poet at Virginia Tech, where in 2007, 32 people were killed and 17 wounded by Sun Q Cho. Cho used 2 semi-automatic pistols during the attacks, P-22 semi-automatic Walther and 9mm semi-automatic Glock 19 handgun.
Okay, walking Wikipedia. Let's move on to the next one.
Wait, why did she say that?
Because Wanda Cho was a student that she kicked out of her class. She told her boss that she would resign if he remained in her class because something felt, quote, very off about him.
Later on, they found out that Cho was mentally ill. It wasn't documented.
And he was still able to purchase guns.
Well, after that, the federal government passed the first gun control law in over a decade, H.R. 2640, which mandates reporting to the National Instant Criminal Background Check System, NICS, to halt gun purchases from criminals, those declared mentally ill, and others who are prohibited from possessing firearms.
Seriously, you people are the chattiest contestants this show has ever had. Can we please move on to the next one, please?
Violent video games are the main reason there is so much gun violence. The government should ban Grand Theft Auto.
My dad!
That's correct.
Hey!
Are you serious?
Or, I don't know, Newt Gingrich for all I care. I mean, in fact, current research has not shown any causal link between gun violence and video games, but the belief persists.
And politicians still blame video games after every shooting.
By white offenders, you should add. When it's black people, it's always about them.
Gangs in bad neighborhoods?
Okay, again with the chit-chat. 100 points go to Wanda, the dog walker. Let's move on to the next one, please.
I continue to be surprised at how little Black Lives Matter. Our lives matter.
Alicia Garza, the founder of the Black Lives Matter movement, wrote a love letter to black people on her Facebook page after George Zimmerman was acquitted on July 13th of 2013 for the killing of Trayvon Martin on February 26, 2012.
College Boy is catching up. 100 points to Simon.
I remember that the letter was shared on social media by her friend.
Patrice Cullors, the co-founder of the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah, she hashtagged it with Black Lives Matter, and it went viral. But it was after another teenage boy, Michael Brown, was shot and killed by the police in Ferguson that the movement took off. People marched and protested all around the country demanding justice and police accountability. And still, more black lives are taken. And still, black lives don't seem to matter. It's clear the government is not doing enough to change things, if you ask me.
Wow. I hope you will seriously consider a career in politics, Glenn.
And that's why I prefer dogs to people.
Well, all right, let's move on to the next one. Let's figure out who
Say
said...
hello to my little friend! Oh, shit!